From KCBS Radio, I'm Sydney Fishman in for Matt Pittman, and this is Bay Current for Friday, April 22nd. On Monday evening at the Sonoma County Administration Building in Santa Rosa, a crowd of protesters came together to voice their concerns for the over 11,000 farm workers who work in the county. As rain clouds came into the night sky, each protester was working towards the same goal: to increase protections for farm workers ahead of the intense California wildfire season. This event, called Voices from the Frontline, was organized by North Bay Jobs with Justice. They're a group centered in Santa Rosa, and they advocate and request legislation for farm workers, many who are undocumented. And they've been working in really harsh conditions without protections against the wildfires. Farm workers have created a list, along with North Bay Jobs with Justice, of 5 demands that they want fulfilled from the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors. And the list includes adding hazard pay and disaster insurance as a mandatory benefit for workers, as well as creating language justice for employees who may not speak or understand English.
Llegué muy emocionada en este país para un sueño americano. Llegué al estado de Florida porque ahí me decían que había la pizca de tomate. Llegué ahí en ese año 2002.
That's Maria Salinas, a farm worker who works here in Santa Rosa. She came here for the American dream, and she came to pick fruit in 2002 in Florida, before she came and moved here to California. Salinas began saying that when she was working in the fields, she was discriminated against for not speaking English. For 20 years, she felt this discrimination, and that's why she believes in language advocacy and demanding an increase in evacuation information in languages such as Spanish and Mixteco. If evacuation information is only provided in English, which it often is during wildfire season, then some farm workers won't know when to evacuate if a fire spreads to their land. That's Isidro Rodriguez, who had his friend help me translate this interview. He also works as a farm worker in Sonoma County, and he believes that while language advocacy is really important, he wants to make sure there is more safety during natural disasters, as well as the hazard pay for farm workers. Rodriguez was extremely scared during the wildfires of 2017 because they had to work during the fires and there was a lot of smoke and fumes in the air, and the workers didn't have masks. The owners of the farm wanted to keep him working in these dangerous conditions. Rodriguez's situation isn't uncommon. In Sonoma County, there's an informal initiative called the Ag Pass, a program started for agricultural companies to keep employees working during the harvest season to maintain the farms and vineyards. But the harvest season usually coincides with the height of wildfires. And this program, although helpful for vineyard owners and continued employment for farm workers, it could put people in dangerous situations where they have to work in evacuation zones with a high amount of smoke in the air.
It's a program that is not official. It gets changed every year, re-implemented every year based on the necessities of the industry. And we think that it needs to take into account the necessities of the workers and not just the industry and their profits. It actually has to take into consideration the economy and the livelihood and the health of workers. And so that's why we're here today, and that's why we're part of this struggle.
That's Davin Cardenas, the organizing director of North Bay Jobs with Justice. He hopes to see the organization's 5 demands added to the Ag Pass program by this summer to add protections ahead of the 2022 wildfire season. Sonoma County 4th District Supervisor James Gore has developed a fire safety subcommittee where they will review evacuation zone policies and make changes to the current Ag Pass program for the next year.
The Board of Supervisors has formed an ad hoc committee composed of two supervisors who we hope are going to support our demands, these simple demands in a time of fires, because there's currently no policy that guides evacuation zones, what happens, who gets in at this moment. So we think it's super important that they establish a policy because we know fires are coming, and that the policy includes these questions of hazard pay, disaster insurance, and language justice, so that workers are compensated adequately for doing the work that no one else is doing.
And although North Bay Jobs with Justice is hoping to have these demands added to the Ag Pass by this summer, advocates are worried that the demands won't be fulfilled by the deadline. But still, crowds of protesters have showed up to these events to advocate for farm workers, hoping to bring the Sonoma County government one step closer to approving policies that will promote the health and well-being of this community. Tatiana Lamb, who drove to this event from Hayward, hopes to bring these ideas of organizing back to her East Bay community.
But just learning that they're just like demanding this without a contract is powerful, because they're getting together and they're like, we're not afraid. We are farm workers, and it's true. If without them, I don't get my strawberries. Without them, I don't get my orange. Like, we're eating these fruits and we don't know where it's coming from, right? And what's the sacrifice? So I think it's really cool just to see this.
North Bay Jobs with Justice will be organizing another event that will be held in mid-May in Sonoma County, and are hoping to have all of their demands met before this fire season. To understand more about this coalition, visit their website at northbayjobswithjustice.org. New episodes of the Bay Current podcast are out every day, and we'd love to be a part of your daily routine. Subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on YouTube, on the KCBS Radio YouTube page, and there's a link in the show notes. For Matt Pittman and our team at KCBS Radio, I'm Sydney Fishman, and we'll chat with you again next week.